Hello, I would like to welcome you to St. Teresa's Catholic Church Youth Ministry. We have one of the best programs in the entire United States. The young people, when they fully give themselves to the program and they attend all of the retreats and they go to all of our other activities, they open their hearts to the call of God and they take their faith very seriously. But the thing is, they have to fully participate. So I want to share with you some of the requirements that are expected of all the young people. In order to receive the sacrament of confirmation, your young person has to attend 2 years of faith formation. So let me make that clear. Faith formation is separate from confirmation. Faith formation is every single Sunday from 3 p.m. until 4:45. They have to have 80% attendance. After they've completed 1 full year of faith formation with 80% attendance, they sign up for faith formation for a second year. During that second year, they will also sign up to take confirmation classes. The confirmation classes are not on Sunday, they're on Wednesdays at 6:30, different weeks throughout the year, and attendance for confirmation class has to be 100%. Why? Because we have the shortest confirmation program in the entire Archdiocese, and there's a minimum amount of hours that must be maintained. In addition to making 100% attendance at confirmation, the second-year student who's trying to get confirmed has to attend at least 2 out of 3 retreats, and these retreats must be in that second year. Of the 3 retreats, you have one that is optional, but one that is mandatory. We have a mandatory confirmation retreat in November. The date is at the bottom. Please don't miss this and plan on being there. If you miss this mandatory confirmation retreat, it is your responsibility to go out and find another confirmation retreat, because the diocese requires that they attend at least one retreat that is dedicated towards confirmation. First-year retreats don't count for confirmation, but let me be very clear. This is not minimalist. These retreats are actually where your child is going to encounter God in a more powerful way. Yes, Sundays are great, but we spend 1 hour with them on Sundays. There's not a lot of progress, there's not a lot of community, there's not a lot of development that happens. But when your young person goes on retreat, especially when they take advantage of retreats, even when they don't have to, that's when radical change happens, because for 3 days they leave their phone at home, they receive the sacrament of confession, they have their heart free from all sin and attachment to sin, they spend time with youth leaders and other youth who put God first, they receive the sacraments every single day, they pray the rosary several times a day, they have fun with their peers doing paintballing and rock wall climbing and archery tag and throwing tomahawks. Oh my gosh, they have the time of their life. I've had many youth look back and say, Mr. Gabe, the time I had in youth ministry was actually the best time I ever had in my entire life. I wish I would have appreciated more that I was experiencing the good old days when they were not old days, they were in the present moment. So just because your teen only has to go to 2 retreats, I strongly encourage you, the sooner that they begin going on retreats, the better. And guess what? After they've made their confirmation, that isn't the end. We have faith formation available from freshman year through their senior year. And in fact, that's part of our program. That's part of our desire, that after they do their first 2 years of faith formation, they receive the sacrament of confirmation, that they come back as juniors and get more formation, and then as seniors they come back to be leaders in the small groups. Because one of the things that makes St. Teresa's Catholic Church so unique and so special is that we have young adults and youth leaders, seniors in high school, that mix in every single group so that your student, your young person can see, wow, you know what? It's not weird to be Catholic. It's actually cool. It's actually liberating. It's actually freeing. And the best friends that I have are the friends that I made who are also Catholic, who share my same values, who share my same core beliefs, who pray and have a close relationship to God. So there's a couple of other requirements needed for the sacrament of confirmation, because although I wish everybody was here for faith formation, I know many of you are only here because you want your child to be confirmed, and that's fine. I understand for now. there's a couple more requirements. What are those requirements? They have to do 10 hours of community service. Those hours of community service should be with St. Teresa's Catholic Church, and if for any reason they are not, they have to be approved by myself or my assistant, because too many teens will say, I helped my grandpa clean the garage. Hey, buddy, that's not community service. You should be helping your grandpa anyways, all right? So the community service should be done through St. Teresa's. If for some reason your student cannot make it to confirmation class, I understand things come up, accidents happen, illnesses happen, extraordinary school events might occur. In that case, simply send an email to claire@sugarlandcatholic.com. Let her know, and your student can attend makeup day, which will be a different day, which will be watching a recording, but do not consider this the norm. Watching the recording is really barely counts for anything, and it's just different when you're not in the room and learning. So it's possible to make up a day if for some reason there's an illness or an extraordinary event concerning confirmation. At this point, we do not know the confirmation date, but we will have a rehearsal of the confirmation the Saturday before the actual confirmation. We will be sending out calendars, printouts for you, also dress codes. I'll tell you now just so that you can prepare. Young men should be wearing a suit, dress pants with a matching jacket, a light colored shirt, and a tie. I'm telling you now so that you can be prepared, and this might be a financial difficulty for some people, but guess what? Every young man needs to have business attire if at some point he wants to get a job or go to a funeral or attend a wedding. So just consider this something that has to be purchased because your young man is becoming an adult. In the case of women, they have a little bit more flexibility. They can wear dresses as long as it's not cut lower than 4 fingers breadth beneath the pit of the throat, as long as their sleeves are covered. If they're wearing a dress or skirt, that it should reach to the knees. If they would like to wear a pantsuit, that's also fine. More information about this can be had online. If you have any questions, please reach out to us and feel free to ask those questions. There are a couple of important dates. Those will be mentioned now. The most important date being that the first day of class is September 22nd. We will be relaying important information to your student every single Sunday, but I understand that sometimes they miss information, so please be attentive to your emails. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Reach out to Claire@sugarlandcatholic.com. God bless you, God love you, and we'll see you very soon.